Hey everyone, and welcome to another video. With spring around the corner, it is time for me to tackle my spring cleaning list. On top of my list is my pantry, and as you can see, it really needs some much needed TLC. I have not cleaned it in well over a year, so it definitely needs a thorough deep clean, which means I need to pull everything out, go through it, and toss anything that is expired. I also need to clean the shelves and sweep and mop the floors. And finally, because this pantry is on the smaller side, I need to find a better way to utilize this space in a more realistic way for my family. As you can see, some attempts were made to be organized, but I just need to step it up a bit to help rein in that mess. I will be reusing almost everything I have now that you see, but I did purchase a few other things I feel will help as well, and I am so excited to show these to you. All of these items were purchased at Walmart, Target, and Amazon, and I'll be sure to include the links below, as well as any links for some of the older items I will be reusing in case you want to take a look at those. First up is this Mainstays 3-cube organizer for Walmart. It was $29, and I also purchased 3 storage bins that I forgot to show you. I believe they were $7 a piece, and they were also purchased at Walmart. I am hoping to use this at the bottom of my pantry for snacks. So from Amazon, I bought these shelf baskets. I saw a blogger use these in one of her pantry redos, and I really felt they were a great idea to help free up the space, and they looked pretty amazing in her pantry, so I thought they would really help me out in terms of kind of organizing things in mine. These were $20 for both baskets. I also bought these 4 containers from Amazon, and I thought they were going to be bigger than what they were, and I plan to use them for some larger items at the top of my pantry, but they're just too small for that. So I can use them for something else. I'll just repurpose them for some smaller items. I will say they were expensive for what they were. I could have gone to the Dollar Tree and gotten the same thing for a much cheaper price, but I did like the basket weave, and I didn't want to make the trip and deal with a return, so I just kept it and we'll work with it. And the last purchase from Amazon are these 4 plastic cereal containers. They were $22 for all 4, which I thought was a great price for these things. Apparently an entire standard size box of cereal will fit, so we will put that to the test a little later. Also included were some little measuring cups, which I thought were really cute. Finally, I bought these 2 coiled rope baskets from Target. You can find them in the dollar spot, and they were $5 a piece. I really like these because they are flexible and they just felt really nice for the price. And I think they're gonna be a great size for my shelves. I'm not quite sure what I will put in them yet. I'm leaning towards maybe some of the baking items, powdered sugar, that sort of thing. So let's go ahead and start clearing out the pantry.
Like big fun, come on, let's get it on. Like that Marvin Gaye song, I'm stunning, you love it. Come on, give me something, I know that you want it. Come on, give me something. The night is young and so are we, so maybe you should leave with me. The night is young and so are we, baby. The night is young, so let's have some fun. If you love me right, yeah, this could be the summer of our lives now, honey. Give it to me like you know you should now, baby. This could be the summer of our lives, the summer of our lives. The sun sets on fire, tell me your desires. We're not getting tired, baby, take me higher. I'm sunny, you love it, come on, give me something. I know that you want it, boy. The night is young and so are we, so maybe you should leave with me.
Oh boy. Look at all this stuff. When you pull everything out at once and look at it covering your counters and floors, it can feel incredibly overwhelming, and I am actually very surprised how all of this even fit in that small space. Actually, it didn't fit. That's why my pantry looked the way it did. So I do need to go through all of that stuff, but before I do that, let's go ahead and take a look of what we're dealing with inside the pantry in terms of, you know, just the dirt and grime that I need to clean up. Okay, so these shelves are pretty dirty. I think a lot of that is just dirt and dust that needs to be cleaned. I do have some sticky syrup residue I need to get up. That's going to be a challenge. And then the floors probably look the worst. There's a ton of dog hair. I mean, I could probably stuff a pillow with some of that dog hair. So let's go ahead and get the cleaning supplies out and start getting this mess cleaned up. These shelves and the floor look so much better. They are so nice and clean and white again. I did lose some footage, but I ended up scrubbing the floors and baseboards by hand. My Bana really didn't work in that small space, and it just really needed a good scrubbing, so I ended up just doing it by hand. Next up, I want to put these hanging shelves together and then wash the cereal containers I have. After that, I will need to start going through the food and organizing. This is the part I'm dreading the most. If you are overwhelmed like I was, put some music on or listen to an audiobook and then just start somewhere. It doesn't matter where. For me, I decided to start with the cereal since that was the easiest, and then from there, I'm just going to start grabbing things I knew that I wanted to put in baskets or containers, and I just went from there.
Give it to me, baby, all night. We can keep on dancing all night. Give it to me, baby, all night. Give it to me, baby, all night. We can keep on dancing all night. Give it to me, baby, all night.
These brown baskets were not originally in my pantry. They were actually in my laundry room. Since those little white baskets did not work out for the top shelf, they weren't going to be big enough, I decided to repurpose these, and I think they're going to be great. They're going to look nice in there as well. I just put my cookbooks in one of them and leftover party supplies and paper plates in the other. For the smaller baskets, I put a lot of my smaller seasonings and rice mixes and pasta mixes in that.
I'm in love with all your lights and your colors. I'm in love with all your nights. But you've kept me far away from my focus, and to my heart I cannot lie. Stars, made of stars, up above, made to fall. Stars, counting stars, and they guide me through the dark. Lonely days left in despair, air is getting heavier, but I do my best to breathe. Dreams of green and filled with bliss. Life is so much more than this. So where do you go when nothing's like home? I'm going for the gold, turning off the cruise control and take the long way home. Moving on was never harder with knowledge of all the things I leave behind. I got a new friend in my life that is perfect, and you're no longer on my mind. Sun, warming sun, and my life's just begun. Sun, under the sun, I'll be fine and you'll be gone. When nothing's like home, I'm going for the gold. Turning off the cruise control and take the long way home. Late days left in despair, air is getting heavier, but I do my best to breathe. But I do my best to breathe. Dreams of green and filled with bliss. Life is so much more than this. So where do you go when nothing's like home? I'm going for the gold. Turning off the cruise control and take the long way home.
Now that I have the cube shelf built and placed in the pantry, I do want to tell you that I did measure the shelf. I actually measured it twice. After I unboxed the pieces, I even took one of the larger ends and put it in the pantry to make sure it would fit, and it did. But of course, Murphy's Law, you know, once it was all put together, it didn't fit. Unfortunately, I didn't take into account the width of the shelf as well as the door frame and the baseboard. So I did have to take off the bottom piece and one of the side pieces to get it to fit in place, and then I went from there. These are the bins that I purchased from Walmart that I mentioned. I love the faux gray wood look of these. I think it looks really nice and tidy and elegant and clean. Inside of each of the bins, I am putting the snacks, and I think these bins are really going to help hide that snack mess I was dealing with previously. I just think this is going to be a great solution.
Over the same old town, like so many times before. We look at the same old stars, battle the same old wars, like so many times before. And I know that we're not perfect, but I'm gonna miss all that we had. Yeah, I know that we're not perfect, but I need this night for the last time. Stay, stay. No, you're gone in the morning, but I'll be okay if you stay.
So here we are on day 2. I completed the entire inside of the pantry the other day, but these little spice containers I ordered were not in yet, so I decided to hold off on cleaning and organizing the over-the-door shelving system we have on the inside of our pantry door. As you can see, the spice containers have arrived. These containers were purchased on Amazon and include 36 glass containers, labels, and a silicone funnel to help pour the spices in without creating a mess. I'm going to get these washed, and then let's finish up with this makeover and tackle that door shelf.
No, you're gone in the morning, but I'll be okay if you stay. If you stay. No, you're gone in the morning, but I'll be okay. We were never meant to last, but all the fun times we had, I'll never forget. We will always share a bond, no matter what, 'cause you have a piece of my heart. And I know that we're not perfect, but I'm gonna miss all that we had. Yeah, I know that we're not perfect, but I need this night for the last time. Stay, stay. No, you're gone in the morning. I'll be okay till the sun goes up, yeah. For a little moment, just hold me closer. I'll be okay. We watch the sun go down over the same old town. Stay, stay. Know you're gone in the morning, but I'll be okay if you stay. Know you're gone in the morning, but I'll be okay if you stay. If you stay. If you stay. Oh, if you stay. Know you're gone in the morning, but I'll be okay. Going back to my old hometown, picking up the years I leave behind. Getting in my car, I drive as memories fly by. Driving by the fields I used to run through, where you were chasing me. We were riding out under the bleachers when no one could see.
And here is the final results. I have to say that this pantry has never looked better. I am so excited with this final result. When my husband and kids saw it, they were incredibly impressed with how well it turned out. And personally, I know that the containers and the cube shelf that I purchased are going to be easy to maintain and help keep things tidy and maybe even hide a lot of that mess that we had previously. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope that it helped motivate you and maybe even give you some ideas and inspiration for your own pantry, whether it's a large pantry or a small one like mine. If it did, please hit the like button below. And if you would like to see more videos like this, please consider subscribing to my channel. I post videos every week that are centered around cleaning, decluttering, and organizing. I will also have more spring cleaning videos coming up soon. And believe me, that spring cleaning list is very long. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.